Hey everyone! In today's lesson, we'll be painting a Rise of Dragonians model from Loot Studio. I'll guide you through each step, from base coating to highlights and finishing touches, using Citadel, Vallejo, and airbrushing techniques. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced painter, you'll pick up some useful tips to bring your mini to life. Let's get started. Rise of Dragonians is a collection centered around Izat'al, the Dragon Queen, a colossal six-headed dragon inspired by Tiamat from Mesopotamian mythology and Dungeons & Dragons. The story follows the rise of Izat'al in the volcanic lands of Shaldrak, rekindling ancient conflicts and forcing the descendants of legendary heroes to rise against her. Izat'al, a massive dragon statue, must be printed in multiple parts for assembly. It includes characters such as Syndra Burrfoot, Abras Elernam, Alart the Spearknight, and Imayn, a traitor who was once loyal to Izat'al. Enemies: 8 smaller draconian miniatures. Step 1. Use an airbrush to spray black paint to create a shading effect. Make sure to apply very thin layers. Here, mix the paint with thinner at a 3:1 ratio, thinner to paint. While following along, I will tell you about Izat'al, the dragon.
The tale of Izat'al, the Dragon Queen. Long ago, in the volcanic lands of Shaldrak, where molten lava burned bright and black smoke veiled the sky, a mighty entity was born, Izat'al, the Dragon Queen. Unlike ordinary dragons, Izat'al had a terrifying form with 6 heads, each representing an aspect of chaos and ultimate power. She was born from the very core of Shaldrak, a divine and immortal dragon, with colossal wings that could block out the sun and a breath capable of incinerating mountains.
Step 2. Use red-black paint. As Izat'al is a red dragon, meaning her body and wings will have shades of red and orange. Apply red-black to add depth and richness to the wings.
A symbol of draconian supremacy. Izat'al was more than just a beast. She was the embodiment of draconian supremacy. With unstoppable power, she swiftly turned Shaldrak into her own empire, where lesser dragons and loyal followers bowed before her throne, but her ambitions extended far beyond Shaldrak. She craved dominion over all kingdoms, from the lands of humans to the distant realms beyond.
Step 3. Use deep yellow to create bright color areas, spraying multiple layers of different shades to achieve the rich hues of Izat'al's red dragon wings.
The rise and the seal. Izat'al's brutality spread terror far and wide. Her 6 heads worked in unison, breathing fire, poison, and devastating magic. No one dared to challenge her. However, 5 legendary heroes, ancestors of future warriors, rose to defy her. They were the bravest of their time, carrying a legacy of courage and sacrifice. Knowing that Izat'al was an immortal divine entity, the heroes devised a daring plan, not to destroy her, but to seal her away. They wielded the Orb of Dragonkind, an ancient magical artifact capable of controlling dragons, to imprison her within a mystical prison. The final battle took place in the heart of Shaldrak, where molten lava bore witness to the clash between light and darkness. After days of relentless combat, Izat'al was sealed, and Shaldrak remained at peace for centuries.
Step 4. Use sunset red to create a color effect for the dragon wings. Remember, the paint to thinner ratio should be 1:3.
The return and vengeance. But peace never lasts forever. In the shadows, fanatical draconian cultists, still loyal to Izat'al, worked tirelessly to free their queen. Through sacrifices, dark rituals, and ancient magic, they sought to break her seal. At last, On a fated day, the orb of dragonkind weakened, and Izat'al awakened. Her 6 heads roared in unison, shaking the very foundations of Shaldrak, heralding the return of a nightmare. This time, Izat'al wanted more than just her empire back. She wanted revenge. She gathered her loyal Draconian army, rallying lesser but equally ferocious dragons, and began her conquest of the kingdoms. Once more, lava surged, smoke darkened the skies, and Shaldrak became the center of an ancient war rekindled. The new heroes. Amidst the chaos, the descendants of the 5 legendary heroes emerged to face Izat'al. Among them were Syndra Burrfoot, a master archer with unwavering loyalty, Abras Elernam, a wise sorcerer wielding the power of his ancestors, Alart the Spearknight, a knight whose spear never wavered, others each carrying the will of their forebears. One among them, however, was different. Imayn, a former loyalist of Izat'al, now turned traitor after witnessing the destruction she brought upon the world. These heroes did not fight just for Shaldrak. They fought for the fate of the entire world. They bore the legacy of their ancestors, but their burden was even greater. How could they surpass the legends of those who came before them? With courage and unity, they stood against Izat'al in the final battle, where the fate of the kingdoms would be decided.
Step 5. Use additional colors such as bright yellow, orange, and red to create the vibrant hues of Izat'al the Red Dragon. Each layer should be sprayed thinly to achieve a seamless overlapping color effect. Izat'al is described as being inspired by Tiamat, a multi-headed creature from Mesopotamian mythology and a well-known figure in Dungeons & Dragons. Loot Studios may have chosen this theme to resonate with mythology enthusiasts, while also creating a unique version, Izat'al, instead of the original Tiamat, to avoid copyright issues and assert their own creativity. Let me explain why we use multiple layers of paint. Black and gray, shadows and ash, meaning Shaldrak is not just fire, but also black smoke and volcanic ash. Black and gray on the wings emphasize Izat'al's danger and mystique while creating contrast with the fiery colors. Fiery red, the primary color, meaning this is the signature color of red dragons in D&D, symbolizing fire, power, and brutality. Since Izat'al dwells in Shaldrak, a volcanic land, red is the most natural color for her wings. Orange and yellow, fiery highlights, meaning these warm colors mimic the glow of fire and flowing lava, emphasizing Izat'al's connection to Shaldrak. Orange and yellow also create a gradient effect, enhancing realism. Why do I love dragons? They're mighty, mysterious, and free, ruling the skies like Izat'al. What about you? Why do you like dragons? Leave a comment below so I can know you're interested in dragons. I'm painting Izat'al with my Howto air compressor and the Howto Revolution 0.3 mm airbrush. The compressor keeps the pressure steady at 20 psi, perfect for smooth sprays, while the 0.3 mm nozzle handles everything, from broad wing base coats to fine claw details. It's a killer combo for bringing this Dragon Queen to life. Use the dry brush and wash techniques to highlight the dragon's scales. Painting these wings is really intense. Feels like I'm awakening Izat'al herself. Do you ever get nervous working on big models like this? Or is it just pure excitement for you? Once this wing is finished, Izat'al will look ready to take flight. Can you guess how the other parts will be painted? Stay tuned. I used my smallest brush to paint the wing veins, had to go really slow to avoid any mistakes. Izat'al deserves every bit of care. Do you prefer using brushes or airbrushes for details like this? Izat'al's wings are so massive that I had to print them in 2 parts. Just look at the wing veins, took me an entire hour to finish them. How long do you think it'll take to paint all of her? Thank you for watching the video. See you in the next part. Bye bye.